Looks like I am going live then. Okay, hi. I couldn't get started. I don't understand. It said put up my software. Put up or shut up. Anyway, I'm so glad to be here with all of you. And all of you is nobody, it looks like, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. The whole point is that I make this video for you. Today, I'm still talking about intention because when we start our new year, 2022, we want to be sure that we start with the intention of what we want to have by the end of the year. What do we want to accomplish? What do we want to live by? And of course, I called this it's all in your head. That was something my mother always said. And it is all in your head. But people think that what they see outside of themselves is something someone else created. And really, it isn't. It isn't. It's you. It's always you. And it's so much fun when you know it's always you. You can create now. And so let's take a look at what you want to say and what you would like to do. I'm going to say hello in case people come. And this will be your session on the rules of intention making. Okay? Aha. First rule, write it down. All right. Now, I think I showed you yesterday, and if you didn't get to see it, look at the other videos, the one that says 1 and the one that says 2, because this really is video number 3. And I wrote down some intentions, things that I want completed by the end of the year. And I said, redecorate my condo. Now, I don't know where the money is coming for that. I don't know how that's going to happen. But also, I want to complete my business. I didn't want to say retire. And I want to teach a master class. I also want to start a new business. And I think it might be journaling. I think it might be. That keeps coming up for me. Everybody's asking me about it. Maybe it's a personal journal. Maybe you want a personal journal. Maybe I will have a journal online that people can purchase, which will have the trigger words and the good ideas in it at the top of each page. That's my thought. So that you can trigger yourself, so you can enjoy what you want in life. And those would be general questions, and then maybe a page where you could write your own question down. And ideas would be given by me to trigger the mind. I use very small phrases and words to remind myself. I always have go play outside, because we need to get out of the house. We need to go do things. We need to play with other people of our species, people in our species. We need to go out to eat. We need to take a walk. We need to play tennis or pickleball. Do some exercise, but whatever it is, be outside. Breathe the air from outside. Well, today I'm going to talk about what I do when I write an intention. I literally have a setup. Now, sometimes I don't do it these days because I've been doing it for 50 years. So I actually know the rules. But the very first rule, of course, is to write it down. And so I gave you some of mine. And today I even had a new idea. And that, what did I write down here? Oh, to love and enjoy my journaling. To create a journal for sale. Now, that would be more of a goal, to create a journal for sale, but maybe not. Maybe it's just look at the goal and give it away. I mean, maybe it's not even for sale. So one of the other things I want to do this year is love myself more. I know that sounds against every religion. Love yourself more. But I believe in God, and I believe God created me, so he must like me a lot. And I once asked a nun when I was in school, I said, "Sister, what if God forgot me?" She laughed and she goes, "If God forgot you, you wouldn't be existing right now. You wouldn't exist. It would simply poof, you would disappear. So obviously God is thinking about you, or you wouldn't be here." And I love that. I kept that thought all my life. Her name was Mother Paulus, Corvallis High School, 1956. See, I am old. but I feel young and alive. All right. So let's talk about what we want. So you've written down what you want. Now, the number one thing to do after you've written down what you want is to write down, I've got some notes here. Think of all the considerations that you have. Keep thinking of them until they are just there. Now, what does that mean? It means that you can't stop having worries or concerns that you might not get what you want. You can't stop that. Your mind automatically goes there. If you say I want $1 million, your mind immediately starts thinking of ways that you could never possibly have that. That is a stop. That is a consideration. And what you want to do is you really want to acknowledge that you have considerations. You really do. You want to acknowledge that you're having considerations. Acknowledge doesn't mean you agree. Acknowledge doesn't mean you believe in them. Acknowledge simply means that you noticed it. You noticed that thought. And when you notice that thought, it is there. Don't deny it. Don't push against it. Don't defend it. Don't work on it in any way. Just allow it to be. Now, this seems like it ought to be easy, but we are so well trained from childhood to think small, or maybe we're supposed to not have what we always wanted, or maybe we're supposed to suffer, or maybe we believe that we don't have the education for it, or we don't believe some. There is some stuff in our minds. It's all in your head. I mean it. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Because you were created, and when you were created as a possibility to have anything you want in your life. So what you want to do when you start a new year, or when you start a new intention, a new business, a new life, a new relationship, you need to write down, what do you intend for it? Not what you hope, not what you wish, not what you don't want. You don't want this new relationship to be like the old one. See, that's what we do with our minds. It's all here, all here. So when we journal, we write these things down. So if I wrote down that I wanted to start a new business this year, maybe one of the things that would come up for me, and comes up for me, a consideration, is you're too old to start a new business. Now, that's not true, but maybe that thought comes to me. So I need to write that thought down. No, I'm too old. Am I? Then I question that. I look at that, and I can make a new decision. I'm not too old. What could it hurt if I start a new business? I would be able to write off my television and things like that. Anyway, I can have a new business. So I want to write down anything, any consideration, anything that could stop me, and to tell the truth, because don't just say, oh, nothing can stop me. No, you have thoughts of things that can stop you. And those are the thoughts that run you. They are subconscious. They are underneath your conscious mind. So if you can bring them up by writing them down onto a piece of paper, then they suddenly become more conscious. And now you have a chance to look at them, not believe what your mother said, or what your teacher said, or what somebody who didn't like you said. You don't have to worry about any of that. You could look at it and say, okay, I can afford to start a new business. I've got some of my own seed money now. I could publish a journal if I want to. I could try to sell it on Amazon if I wanted to. In other words, I can write this down in a way that lets me look at what I'm thinking, because it's all in my head. Okay, maybe there's already 20 journals. I'm going over to the library today, and I'll tell you what will happen. I'm going to go look up journaling and see if there's 10,000 books already, so that maybe I'll be able to realize that just because I'm putting up one more doesn't mean it can't work. Do you see what I'm saying? And I want you to pay real close attention, because those are the thoughts that run you. All right, number 2, notice if you achieved it, would it really be satisfying? In other words, sometimes we set an intention and we don't think it through. We don't think it all the way through, because you've probably heard the expression, be careful of what you, there's something on my I'm on my face here. What's that? Makeup? Uh-oh. That's not good. There, gone. I just saw it in the picture. All right. So notice if you achieved your goal, would you really, really, really find it satisfying? Because you see, sometimes we think we want something. And like I said, you've heard people say, be careful of what you wish for because you might get it. If you really intend for it, you will get it. So be sure that it's satisfying. So in thinking about that, I thought, if I started a new business on journaling, then I want to be effortless. I want this job to work through me. I want the business to work through me, not by me. I'm not going to do a lot of work on this, except the work that's fun. I could do that. So I see that, yes, I think it would be satisfying, but I would need some people to support me in it. So I'm going to notice that I think it would be good. I think I would be satisfied. All right. Notice if you have a reality on achieving it. Now, some of the things, SMART goals, they are sincere, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Well, all of my goals have not met all those things, but my intentions are always big, bigger than I think I can really have. And I always have to work through the thought or the idea that I can't have it because of some reason. It usually boils down for me down to education. Like I don't have a marketing degree, so I won't be able to market this properly. So I won't achieve it. It won't work. No, notice if you have any reality on achieving it. And I do. I can be just as good on Amazon as anybody else. All right. And I can sell my journals if I want to. And I would probably need other people again to support me in that. And do I really want to do that? Do I want to handle other people? I can tell you right now, I do not. No, I'm tired of managing and handling business like that. I want it to be simple and easy, and I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm willing to wish for it. I'm willing to dream for it. I'm willing to desire it. I'm willing to intend it, that it will be effortless for me except the fun parts, and all the other parts will be taken care of by the universe that always says yes. Okay. Would you need to extend yourself? Okay, that's a good question. Would I need to extend myself? Well, yes, I would, because for instance, right now, I don't really know how to do this streaming. It didn't go on at first. It said I was supposed to have some kind of software, which I didn't have. So I will have to extend myself. I will have to learn more about the Amazon and how publishers work, but that'll be fun. Or maybe I'll have my assistant do it,